Gate 14 podcast and a great week. A great week in Blue Jays land, a great week in Gate 14 land. Mark Shapiro pod, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. extension. Blue Jays take 3 of 4 out of Boston. Everything coming up Gate 14 right now, Abe. How we feeling, man? What a week.
Yeah, great week. It'll be overshadowed by how I feel about the last 10 minutes that happened.
Yeah,
Like the end of the game, as no matter what happens, if you lose the last game, there's a sour taste in your
and you
mouth.
said that. You made that clear.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I know the 3-1 is the second best possible outcome we could have had this week. This week.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, that sucked to end it. But looking back, man, three out of 4 at Fenway. From a clear-eyed watching that, if you just look at a schedule, pretty damn happy with that.
Yeah.
And I still don't think we're playing great offense.
No.
We're 2023 Blue Jays right now. I don't think that's how it's going to go the whole season. So I'm optimistic that we have better things on the horizon while playing good baseball and finding ways to win at this point, too.
And another
really
thing, Avery, it's like we're getting production from guys who weren't even really supposed to be on this team. Tyler Heineman is El Mago. I mean, the dude looks unbelievable behind the plate. And then we got Miles Straw, pinch hit opportunity. Sure, let's get the boys back on the board.
Easton Lucas.
Again, I just tweeted it out like literally 2 seconds ago. If you told us back in February the Toronto Blue Jays would be 8-6 after facing the Orioles for 4, the Red Sox for 4, and the Mets without home runs from Vladdy, Bo, and Taters, I'm kind of taking that, to be honest with you, correct? And they got swept last week, too. Like, we're talking about, they're 8-6 after getting swept last week.
Well, it's the thing of good teams. Can you bounce back? Can you find a way? It was doom and gloom after Sunday, again, getting swept by the Mets. The bats haven't been good, but none of the bats, when it got cold, no one they've played had good bats either.
No one. The Red Sox bats look terrible, man.
Was there a home run by the Red Sox?
I don't think there was a home run this series.
Was there a home run by the Mets?
Yeah.
Who hit the home run for them?
Was there not?
Pete, for sure.
Yeah, Pistol Pete.
I can't remember any other ones. When the weather got cold, the bats have gone cold, and that's kind of the thing all over baseball. So when people say, "Oh, we can't hit home runs," that is correct. We are not hitting home runs right now. But the games where it got really cold, no one else is hitting home runs either. So, sucks. It's part of it.
No,
you want to score runs the easy way, you're going to do that. But today was just, I know it's recency bias, just the game that just happened and they lost that one. There's so many good things to come from this week that we will touch on. But just defense kind of let us down. Jimenez has made 2 plays where I'm just like,
yeah.
Because he made a backhand. Rafael was running to first base. This was the game yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
Where it was a chopper. Rafael is fast. There was a guy on second rounding third. And I was like, I thought he would just try and block that up and eat it. It would have taken the best play ever to get him at first. And if he did it would have been incredible. But that's, I think, probably going to be the end of what we see of Jimenez bad defense or just kind of in between plays where they don't make it. Today, the story one, you get a cap shot ball that probably hit his glove into the palm, shot the other way, and you had David Hamlin on third base. Quick guy coming in.
Yeah, so you knew he had to rush it.
You got to speed it up.
Yeah.
It's sped up. He looks normal, fine. I think it's the cap shot there.
You are so right, Avery, about losing the last game sucks. Why do I feel like shit right now? We just took 3 of 4 at Fenway Park in Boston.
Yes.
I feel like shit. And we just won 3 of 4 against a team that was supposed to compete for the AL. This is so dumb. Why do I feel like this?
It's just your initial thoughts as we start running back the series. I think it'll come back to you that it was a great week. That's my thing. But we watched this umpire today too, and just
Manny Gonzalez, fucking terrorist.
When you know the umpire's name before the 4th inning, bad things are going on. I don't really know many of the umpires besides Laz Diaz and some of those guys, but you hear the names, you remember them. That sucked today. I mean, it wasn't the same zone.
No,
the Bo at bats one that really resonated with me. 2 pitches that in between his knee and his ankle, we just get middle shin bone called strikes. It's fuck you.
Is it crazy, Avery, for me to say? I kind of miss the old days where a manager would he'd be gone. I mean, they see it on the iPad in there. They have access to the iPad. They see the.
Well, I don't think the iPad. So remember, we asked. Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off there, John. I agree. I would love Charlie Montoya. I thought she got tossed every single time there was a bad pitch. I was like, what? I didn't think Charlie was doing too much. It's like
Yeah.
every time there's a bad pitch, you should get tossed. See if you can do 162 for 162 to get out. Yeah, no, it pissed. I think they don't get it right away. Like they get it the next
But
at
I
bat.
think you don't. You see it though in the upcoming innings. Like he saw the
Eventually.
Bo getting sewered. He saw all that. It's like the Davis Schneider one, dude.
Oh,
6 balls that at
yeah.
bat.
David Schneider, the no hits thing is ass, and it's people are starting to get on him, but it feels like a single pitch in at bat is the worst call you've ever seen. Like
Yeah.
a blatant ball called a strike pretty much
Yeah.
every single time he's out. Steph made up a good point that maybe the strike zone is off for him on the screen. I'm gonna make a video. The premise of the video was, has the strike zone ruined watching baseball? Like the box on the screen, has it ruined watching baseball? And
Yeah.
I went through at one point, this was just peak not watching baseball season. I went through like 12 teams broadcast to see if I thought their strike zone was off centered at all.
Yeah.
I didn't find any conclusions, but just like maybe that's breaking our brains. The strike zone's just not
Yeah.
right there. So, yeah, it's the umpire sucked paired with bad defense. Just the worst game to watch as a fan. I mean that the comeback to make it 2-1 was awesome, but again, like defensive plays that. Like Ernie makes that play that Wagner
Oh,
missed.
easily. I think. Yeah.
Both of them probably.
Yeah.
Not a slight to Will Wagner. He's not the defender that Ernie is.
Yeah. Ernie is a very, very good defender. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
But
like I think he makes that first play to avoid the error, and I think he turns that double play with he's like
yeah.
Wagner caught a little deep. It wasn't clean to get it to Jimenez. Get over first to Vladdy. And another thing, John, they didn't even accept that challenge. Like if
He was safe though.
agreed, but they asked to challenge and they said no, it took too long.
Yeah,
Imagine
it did
that
take
was
a
the
long time.
imagine that was the out that cost them a sweep of the series because they didn't get the challenge off in time. That would have been so.
Oh.
I'm fine to end on today's game if you are.
Yeah, I am as well. I do not get the Wagner replacement for Ernie at third.
That
I
was,
don't know.
It was Vlad coming in. That
Yeah.
was the reason.
Yes, but Vlad could. Yeah, I kind of see where you're at with that. Again, hindsight's 2020. I don't know if that's a saying, but
It is. That's a saying.
credit to me. But yeah, it was a tough one. But let's go into some good news, man. Before we
Good
go
news.
into the rest of the games in the series, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, listen, it's good. It feels good to have a win. It feels good to have a win for once as Blue Jays fans. The Jays have really never locked anyone of his magnitude up in my lifetime, in your lifetime, obviously. And the Toronto Blue Jays finally get their guy. We don't have to watch we don't have to look at the jersey swaps. We don't have to listen to it all season. We don't have to go through the off season like Vladdy watch. He is ours for 14 years and save it with the overpay bullshit because if another team did that deal, you would be fucking blaming them, the Blue Jays, for not giving him that amount of money. So just save it with the overpay bullshit that this fan base and other fan bases are saying because if another team gave him that, you would say, why didn't we match that? I'm looking at you in the camera. You people out there would be saying that. So just be happy. We locked up a guy. We kind of have a sense of the future now. Shout out Ed Rogers.
Yeah, I mean, front office, I think we can take credit for it. An all-time week for them.
Yeah.
It's just like the
PR week.
Yeah, PR played us like a fit. No, I'm kidding.
No.
But dude, the lady that we were talking to, it was Andrea, right? Who was in Mark's office.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, when's this coming out? And I was like, Sunday. She's like, oh, what time is it coming out? After the game ends. And I'm thinking back on that time where
Me as well.
Where I'm like, oh, okay. So
they knew.
there was so much smoke from everyone. I was like, how? Because I tried to get you to do. I was like, hey, do you want to do a TikTok today about the Vlad stuff?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I don't want to report not news. And I was just kind of like, we just got to say how many people are reporting this is done. It has to be close, right? Like so
Yeah.
much smoke.
Do you think Mark sandbagged us? Do you think Mark sandbagged the boys? You think he knew? You think
I
Mark
mean,
was like,
we didn't really ask him, right?
I know, but like, you think in the back of his mind when we asked that question, he's like, these lads have not a clue
No.
that we actually locked up the superstar. It is funny though. I do think about that in the office because again they said that to me over email the week before. They're like, when is this dropping? And I go Sunday. What time? I go like 4. I don't really know.
I know.
Like,
But so that's when I went back and I asked, I don't know if I told this already. I forget. We talk on here all the time now. I don't
yeah,
remember what I say on a podcast and on a stream. I was like, okay, do you need to watch it before it goes out? Like, that's what I thought they were hinting at.
yes.
She's like, no, why would we need to do that? I was like, okay, I'm not sure why you're asking so
They
specific.
had no creative right. Like we asked just to do the cordial thing, or I
Yeah.
don't know if that's the right word. Sorry.
Yeah.
To do like the just to be like, all right, if you guys want editing rights, you guys can just let us know. They didn't want any questions before, no editing, just let it fly, and that's why I gained a lot of respect for them. Like not like I didn't already, but I did gain a lot of respect for them because they literally knew they trusted us that what we do, our brand, being able to get to know our guys and our guests and all that type of stuff, and they like just said go have at it. So
I think they
I
trust Mark so much too.
yeah
Like
as well, but
they hear him talk every day. It's like that guy's gonna be great.
I think they knew Mark would mesh with us. And the biggest thing is, and I'm not going to call out someone from a radio show that does prime time after games and also has a show called B&B. But what really pissed me off on that show, and I'm not going to call him out specifically, I'm just going to say what he has said in the past is he wasn't willing to give Mark Shapiro credit for the deal getting done. But let me say this. Let me revert back to this. If the deal didn't get done, you would be blaming Mark Shapiro. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. It rhymes with pear and Parker. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. So you either give the guy his flowers when things do happen because you aren't going to give it to him when they don't happen, or you can't play both sides of the fence. You're either on the fence, you have a take or you don't have a take. Sorry,
Do the fence thing. Figure out the fence thing here.
don't let me run with that shit. But again, it was really aggravating to me because a Gate 14 listener called in and said, Mark Shapiro had a great week. I listened to him. He sounds like a great guy, which is what we said multiple times. Just listen to the podcast. And they kind of dismissed it like Mark doesn't do anything. But again, you would be blaming him if the deal didn't get done.
Yeah.
So you can't have it one way or the other, pal.
I think
all
that's just that's the sports radio take Smith way to do it, though.
Yeah.
Like it's what they know. I'm not gonna blame them for it. It's blaming the front office gets so many clicks. People love to do it, pile on. And I think I would say the same thing. I'd be disappointed in our front office.
Oh, for sure. But
they
again, I'm
like-
going to give the flowers to Mark and Ross for getting it done.
Yeah, dude, it makes me feel good that I wasn't delusional. We weren't delusional because
Oh, I was tweeting about it every week about it
yes,
getting
I know,
done.
but we kind of said like once the deadline passed, I said, oh, after spring training, okay, like that's the real thing to me. Then one of the last things I brought up was you have an exclusive negotiating window. Why would you ever stop talking to him if
Yes.
you really want to get him done? And they didn't listen.
Yeah.
Deadlines happen to make stuff go quicker, and it sped them up to talk extensions in spring, and it ended up happening anyways. So I'm thrilled about it. I'll complain about the contract in his age 40 season, I'm sure.
Unless he has a Pujols leap.
Yeah, but until then, I'm going to enjoy the good. Like we have the direction. That's all we were hoping for. If we lose Vlad and we lose Bo at this offseason, and you have a farm system that doesn't see like there's not next guys up at those positions, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one on the precipice who are next up for those positions. Like Arjun is the guy you hope is that, and he's 17, 18, 19 years, however old he is right now.
I did like that Ed Rogers.
You lose a ton of direction, and it's good to have Vlad back, man.
Yeah. And I saw this, and what I really enjoy about it as well is Ed Rogers coming out and pretty much going Steve Cohen mode and saying, like, I want to build a winning team. We're willing to spend, clearly, you're not going to spend $500 million on a guy if you're not willing to spend around him. That's just not how business works.
Oh.
Because fans won't show up for one player. They didn't show up for Delgado, Avery. They didn't show up for Roy Halladay when he was playing here. Like, Fans aren't going to show up for one player. So Rogers essentially saying, Ed Rogers, build a statue beside his papa, going, yeah, we want to spend, we want to win, and kind of having a clear cut understanding because we were in the like in a no man's land a couple weeks ago. We didn't know what was going to happen with this team. Was Vladdy going to get traded for pieces? We didn't know. Now Vladdy's a Blue Jay for life. That's it. That's locked in. He's locked up. Jimenez is locked up. Kirk is. We'll talk about Kirk in a little bit. Locked up. You kind of have a little bit of a sense of direction, right?
Yeah, you have young enough guys who have been extended a little while. Like make the window.
They got a lot of money coming off the books, Dave.
They do.
Like
they do have a lot of money coming off the
Gossman,
books.
Bassett, Chad Green. You have tons. You got like 100 and something million coming off the books here.
I mean, Springer coming off the books next year too.
Exactly. So there is a window to be able to continue to spend and continue to want to win. That's at least maybe it's I'm coping. But shout out to Vladdy. I cried during that video where he said home, where he's like, I'm home or something like that. Beautiful stuff. Great stuff from the Blue Jays. Social media team trolling the Red Sox with a picture of Vladdy on Monday on the cover with the sh on it. But yeah, we finally have our guy. And
so, Vlad's the first like player to make me feel things that were the best Blue Jays moments of my life, like 2015, 2016. He's the guy who's kind of been around, and I think we'll get moments like that 2015, 2016 with Vlad. We have to at some point.
Yeah,
his contract,
he's not even in his prime yet, Avery. The dude is 26.
No, we got what next? What's your athletic prime? 28, 29? Is that
28, 29? Like like Bryce Harper years when he was, I think, first couple years of the Phillies, first 4 years of the Phillies or whatever it has or was. But you love to see it. I mean, when you lock up the best first baseman in baseball, you're going to be happy. So just save it with the losers that are going to complain about it. Just let them complain. Because
the dollars and stuff. I like to get back to
money.
It's not my money, and if Teddy Rogers is going to spend more money, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah. So anyway, shout out to Shapiro. And should we announce the first pitch for the people?
I think we have to.
First pitch, Gate 14 night at the ballpark, we'll be calling it. And in romantic comedy, how can you not be romantic about baseball? It is on a dome from home game. June 19th, Arizona Diamondbacks, Toronto Blue Jays. Avery Chenier and I will be throwing out the first pitch at the Toronto Blue Jays game. I told you, Avery.
Yep.
You doubted me. I told you. And shout out to everyone that made it possible. Andrea, Mark. I emailed Mark about just following up saying thank you for the interview, and he responded in a second saying the first pitch is already in the works. So shout out to everyone that made that possible. I've gotten tons of tweets, tons of DMs about people wanting to be at that, and it's still surreal to me. Hasn't really hit me yet, obviously. We're still 2 or 3 months away from it, but might be the first thing I've ever genuinely been nervous for. Because,
you're nervous for it?
I mean, throwing a baseball in front of 25,000 people is a very nervous thing, to be clear. What do you mean, am I nervous?
It's just something you've done your whole life, throw a ball.
Well, I haven't thrown a ball great my whole life.
No,
Avery.
dude, I know I'm not getting it there. My shoulder will not let me get it to the plate.
I just pop 8 ibuprofen before this. I'm not even joking.
I'm gonna pre-complain. I can't feel my fingers anymore. Feel the seams of the ball. It's not gonna be a great first pitch for me. If I was a confident man, I would say we should do a full uniform for it, but we will not be doing that.
I don't want a moment like that. That's something we'll be telling our grandkids and kids about. I don't want to be wearing a full fucking baseball uniform.
It would be the best content ever, but
it'll be funny for 3 months, and then it's like, why do we do that? Why didn't we wear street clothes?
Yeah, but a picture you have in your house for your whole life, and you're just you're wearing
exactly. Then I look like that guy that used to show up to the Jays games in full uniform, but
he still does, man.
He still does. Shout out him. I don't remember his name. Wouldn't give us a comment, but we already have decided who's catching. I mean, I got Swanee, and I don't know if Avery wants to announce his, but just 2 lads that have been OG riders at Gate 14. So.
CB. If it's not a start day, Bassett.
If it's not a Bassett start day, we'll have Bassett and Swanee, our 2 ride or die guys, catching the balls for us.
I'll take Ernie. I'll take Davis.
Yeah, no,
I'll take
Lopes
for
sure.
up there. I'll take any of the Bowden up there. Anyone.
Yeah, and if that time comes, Avery, if it is a Bassett start day, we are interviewing Jeff Hoffman tomorrow. I will be bringing it up to him. Just like I'll say, I know you're in the bullpen, but I want you to be in the bullpen for this as well. Like in case
Yeah.
if it's a Bassett start day.
Okay.
But I guess I just hinted at what's happening Sunday. Whatever. Fuck it. I mean, I hinted at it a while ago, and so did Mark Shapiro. Mark Shapiro hinted the Jeff Hoffman pod in the podcast.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, you'll talk to Hoffman next week." But yeah, it's gonna be surreal. June 19th, we're gonna get a graphic out. So if you guys want to coordinate a section where Gate 14 listeners can sit and all that type of stuff, or want to bring it up to me or something like that, we can do that.
I told my dad I don't usually talk to my dad we see each other all the time, but
yeah,
don't talk too much. He's pumped. He's like, I am not going to work that day. Like I will be there for that. My brother's girlfriend said, she's like, are you going to watch Abe pitch? And I was like, that's not how that's described. I'm not pitching at all. Like, no, I'm not towing the rubber getting up there. That's the ceremonial first one. We just got to get it. Throw strikes. We got to start practicing soon. But
yeah, got to start throwing the rock around. It's going to be vlogged as well.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you to the Blue Jays for making that possible. It means clearly what we're doing is right. So thank you for that. June 19th, D-backs. Hopefully the Jays are like 10 games above 500 by then, so we can it's just sold out.
Maybe our old teammate Naylor catches the other one.
Yeah, maybe that'd be joke. Naylor catching it. But
oh my god, if Naylor sees us out there walking to do the first pitch, he will say mean things to us. Like
he will.
100% guaranteed.
He walk from that side. I'm pretty sure, right?
You do walk. He is going to say mean things to both of us if he is there.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Shout out Naylor. But yeah. Anyways, cool announcement. Still surreal. Hasn't really hit me yet. It'll hit me probably June 18th when I'm not able to sleep because I'm scared I'm going to have a 50-cent situation. But yeah,
you just can't try and throw it that hard. That's the problem.
I have to just get it there.
Yeah.
And Swanee actually said to me, he's like, you better get it here. I was like, yeah. I mean, if I don't
think we're not going to go from the mound, are we?
I might go behind the mound, pull down.
Yeah,
Trevor Bauer at UCLA style.
Yeah.
But yeah, it rocks. It absolutely rocks. So thank you to the Blue Jays, like I mentioned, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the Mark Shapiro pod as much as we did recording it, and how hard it was for us to keep that secret. We don't keep a lot of secrets around here.
We're a bad secrets team.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, we don't keep that. We don't keep that secret around here. But anyways, let's go into some of the games. Monday, dare I say more? Easton Lucas.
He was not Monday.
He was Tuesday. Sorry, Monday was Bowden, right?
I got to go back. God, it feels like.
Or who the fuck was Monday?
Brios day. Brios. It was 2 degrees maybe outside. He goes 7 innings, 2 Ks, 3 walks, and it was an awesome outing. Like there's just no two ways about it. Jose Barrios did his job and did a great job of it. So, I mean, a tip of the cap to him. When it's that cold, man, and they just battle
I don't know how they pitch in that. I really don't.
I think the starting pitcher, you're the warmest people on the field, the starting pitchers.
Yes.
You are moving constantly. Once you get on and you are throwing in game, you're warm. You're good. Yeah. It's the guys who are standing in center. That's why they're wearing the heat. What am I calling it? They wear it around their waist. The hand warmers.
Hand warmers.
Those are the cold people. The pitchers, you're warm, but they battled too. Still, it's that cold, tough to feel your hands. Brios battled, and then it was just goddamn George Springer's show again.
I am Avery. I'm at a loss of words with Springer. I don't even know what else to say with this guy. Leading the league in average. It's ridiculous.
He's
ridiculous.
Defying the aging curve because he's swinging the bat slower. That's the best part.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Was that the missing piece?
Swing it slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. The anti drive line do bat speed in the offseason. Yeah. He's swinging the bat slowest of his career, and things are going well. And he doesn't look to make too many big mechanical changes either. Yeah. It's the game we play. Maybe it's a mentality thing too.
For sure. And this is my thing with him. Look at the box score from Monday. George Springer, RBI single. George Springer, RBI single to left. George Springer, RBI single to right. He pretty much had all the runs. And when a guy is carrying like that, when the top of the offense outside of Bo Bichette is kind of doing fuck all, it helps. It takes the weight off of the guys in the top of the order. But right now we're kind of just 2023 mode, no home runs. I think I'm almost positive the Angels hit more home runs today than the Jays have all season.
Makes
if I
sense.
remember
Yeah.
that correctly. But yeah, I have no idea how they're 8-6. I'll say that right now. But they're doing it by the skin of their teeth. The bullpens being nails, and the starting pitchers being nails. And you have guys like Miles Straw, Tyler Heineman, George Springer, just being absolute dogs carrying this offense. So nothing to really complain about besides that. But besides top of the order, just an unbelievable game for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Game one.
This was the start of like the Kirk week, kind of the hell
Yeah.
week for Kirk. Um, the high leverage situation.
Every
Dude, he gets it. You could put him in the 10 hole, not even an at bat, and he would somehow get up with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and he would pop up to right field.
Avery, I am a Kirk guy. Okay, I talked about how awesome the extension was. Watching this dude in high leverage, his entire career it's a big enough sample size now. The dude's hitting below 155 batting average with in high leverage in his career. Okay, you can't teach it. Like it's not a mechanical thing. It's nothing. It's just he can't hit with runners in scoring position.
Well,
I can't.
it's the mentality
It's
thing.
the mentality thing, maybe sure, but it every game this week he came up with bases loaded or a runner on second with less than 2 outs or 2 outs. It was insane.
It was so often. It was laughably often. Kirk came up with everyone on,
And they won 3 of 4 with this dude being 0 for the world.
Yeah,
For the scoring position.
he's a valuable player. He's a
Yeah.
great player. He's a great defender. The flaw is runners in scoring position, high leverage at bats. He's got like a full half season sample size of high leverage at bats, I believe. I think
Yes.
it's like 300 and something at bats in high leverage. So that's a long time. That's a big enough sample size where
I don't know if you go ghost runners, you take everyone off the base so he doesn't see it. You do the blinders
the
mode. Shout out
blinders
Seth.
is very funny. Yeah. I think I said before everyone should just sit down on the base.
So you
Just-
can't see you.
Yeah, it's like no one's gonna score
Yeah.
here, Kirk. Just pretend no one's on the pillows here, and let's just hit a ball 10 degrees 84 the other way for a base hit.
It's gonna make me stir crazy. It's gonna make me legitimately stir crazy watching this guy. I can't
That's
believe it.
Yeah, that's the things you get.
Because I know how good of a hitter he can be. The dude was a Silver Slugger winner. The
Yes.
dude in low leverage is like a 280 career hitter. He is
he's
just terrible.
He's the best with no runners on. He's so good with no
Yeah.
runners on. Again, I don't want to end his season before it started. Like,
Yes.
be out on Kirk before this season started.
Mhm.
Yeah, it kind of sucked watching.
Oh, you were wrong, by the way.
What
There was a home run this series.
for?
Game 2. Guess who?
I'm saying for the other teams.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Jays.
No, I know George Springer hit a home run.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about other teams.
Yeah, I was seeing the other teams.
Yeah.
Um,
And then
That's the
yeah.
thoughts on Kirk. Can I say one thing, John? You and I had talked about this. The Boston Red Sox documentary on Netflix
Oh.
is must watch if you're a baseball fan.
And I hate how much it made me root for some guys in the team. Like Jaron Duran rocks. I'll say it. To be able to have the courtesy to talk about that on a Netflix documentary when millions are going to watch it, that you tried to end your life, and the bullet just, I don't know if you saw no spoilers, I guess. Never mind. If you haven't watched it, just fast forward. But he did try to do that, and
Yeah.
and the gun clicked, didn't work. Like he was about to end his life, and the gun didn't work mysteriously.
Yeah.
And he's obviously an unbelievable player. Seems like a great person. In the documentary, he's apparently every single game he goes out in the parking lot and signs autographs for fans. Every single game, no matter how bad he plays, how good he plays.
That's
really
I think the
makes-
same thing we're trying to do here, right? Is every guy we've met, John, has been an awesome guy. Like
awesome. We haven't met one asshole.
No.
One.
not one at all. We're trying to highlight that these are people too, and they're awesome people. They get paid a lot of money, and that's why they get scrutinized online all the time. But behind the scenes, and I love the intricacies of the game.
Yes.
When you see the pinch hits, when you see Andrew Bailey going through scouting reports, that was the year when at the start they were just like, hey, we're not gonna throw fastballs anymore. We're just gonna throw everything else. That stuff's super cool. It's why
Mhm.
I fell in love with the game. It's why I like sticking around the game and coaching and doing stuff like that. It's the ins and outs, man. It's great. It's a must watch. And again, I think if you did behind the scenes of any team in baseball, you'd find a lot of people that you like.
Yeah, you easily would. But great documentary. Great documentary. Let's go to game two. A game that, hand up, I'll be honest with you, we didn't stream it because we thought it might potentially be a dog walking, and we also needed a break because we streamed Sunday and Monday. But Easton Lucas outmeted Garrett Crochet. Easton Lucas, 5 1/3, 3 hits, 0 earned runs, 8 punchies. 8 punchies. And Garrett Crochet gets the loss, 5 2/3, 4 runs. One of them ended up being earned because the Red Sox are an air machine. But Easton Lucas is just working his dick to the knob. I mean,
Yeah.
I just, what an appearance, because you think that, all right, it was the Nationals, sure, like he shoved, it was great. The dude just is so many whiffs, 8 strikeouts against a really good lineup. What a game that was. Made me feel alive again.
Dude, him and like even Heineman behind the plate, the energy he brings is cool too.
Yes.
Like you get it fired up, you get the glove point back. Hey, good pitch. Watching that was fun. Easton Lucas being fired up every time he struck someone out is incredible to watch. I don't think I ever expected this to happen. But again, it's the Pete Walker lefty whisperer, maybe. Awesome outing,
Robbie
man.
Ray leap?
Yeah, Matt, everyone who wants to do it.
Yeah, maybe Robbie. Maybe he can only work on lefties. You say, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, it's just awesome stuff from Easton Lucas. And in that game, I already kind of hinted at it as well. George Springer home run to get the boys on the board early in the sixth when Garrett Crochet and Easton Lucas are just going punch for punch on the mound. An absolute masterclass. Tyler Heineman RBI single, Bo Bichette RBI single. That was when the wheels started falling off for the Red Sox, which was awesome. But yeah, that game, I think I could comfortably say I think that was the funnest game of the series for me. I think
Yeah,
that game in
because
terms,
it's an auto loss in your book.
yes,
You see the pitching matchup, and actually the lineup wasn't. It looked like a
punt.
a punt lineup too for
Yeah,
what you have. Like it was the Ernie Davis Straw Heineman rode in against a lefty
yeah,
start. And it's like, oh wow, okay, not our best on paper. I know it's the right-handed lineup mainly. Or sorry, the right-handed hitters against a lefty lineup. And everyone in their book penciled it in as the loss. So when you take one of those out, I think you're so thrilled, man. And then the bullpen was pretty good after that as well.
yeah, just nails. I guess we could
I
talk
want
about the guest for tomorrow or Sunday's pod. Jeff Hoffman's sick. I mean, he's fucking sick. He is unbelievable. This guy, what he managed to do yesterday's game, as well as like his entire career so far as a Blue Jay, just unbelievable. Nails, showing emotion. And there was people mad about Romano. Go take a peep at Romano's stats. I love Joe Romano, but there's something about Jeff Hoffman. He just attacks guys, dude. He's not throwing those like weird sliders that Romano would throw middle. Like Jeff Hoffman attacks guys, and it's like cool to have a closer and cool to have a bullpen. In my opinion, that is good. That is a good bullpen to watch, and Hoffman was one of the reasons why they won this series as well. But just the bullpen was great this week. Great.
do you want to know why Jeff Hoffman feels a little better than Jordan Romano? I think it's because he throws 4 pitches. It's not the 2 pitch guy where
Yes.
when the slider doesn't work, you know the fastball's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Hoffman's got a full arsenal of stuff he
Like
can
a
be.
starter. Like a
That
starter.
I am excited to talk to him about what he thought about that because, um, like maybe he just wants to be the back end guy. He has an arsenal to start. We're seeing Clay Holmes kind of do the same thing. I wouldn't say he's as like he's not as good as Ronaldo Lopez and Jordan Hicks, like their starts where everyone's like, okay, should more people be doing this? But I think Clay Holmes is going to be a good starter as well. It's the full arsenal. I think Jeff Hoffman could do it. And
I'm
when
gonna ask him tomorrow. I'd love to hear like what he prefers. I just put away the money wise, the money aspect. You get paid more as a starter. What do you prefer as a pitcher? Like, do you love being that guy? It's like tie game, crunch time. I'm going to you. You
Yeah,
know,
I think he's gonna say that based on how his career's gone as in
yeah,
the back end guy, in the
yeah.
money he's about to make in the back end too. Jeff Hoffman's cool. The emotion, I like when my teams show emotion. Like it's awesome when Vlad does it, when Bo does it. I think that's cool, and that's an exciting, fun team. And that usually happens when you're in big games and you're winning all the time. You see, like the White Sox aren't showing emotion in their
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
It all goes hand in hand, and it makes it fun to watch. So, yeah, like Hoffman doing it. I wish Jimmy would get a little more fired up when he just strikes
He's
someone
just
out.
too even keel, man.
Yeah, he's too
Yeah,
cool. Jimmy's too cool for it.
yeah.
But I another game, Easton Lucas with machine, just a good fastball that he put everywhere. And
Everyone in the bullpen was great that day. Everyone gave up one run.
then yesterday, man.
Let's talk about yesterday's game. The game that they had zero business winning. Zero. We had to get to the point where we had to look at the rule book because we didn't know if Jeff Hoffman could go in a second inning because he had to be the ghost runner at second,
Yeah, that's a cool new rule. I that if the pitcher's supposed to be on second base, you go before to the
which
guy who was
ended up being Jimenez.
great move.
Jimenez, yeah.
It's big brain mood. Do you think John Schneider knew that?
No, no fucking chance.
I'll give him credit that he did know that. Kevin Gosman, hats off to him.
Oh my
I don't
God.
even know if you'd call that a vintage performance based on how he got the people out,
Yeah.
but it like seeing Kevin Gosman dominate feels right and it is awesome.
And he's doing it not the way he did it in 2023, right? Like we're watching Kevin Gossman here, and he's putting guys out with his fastball. And maybe you could tell people what the stat is that you tweeted about, but he's not. Guys aren't whiffing on that low. What is
Split.
it? Slow splitter, right?
Yeah, the fastball shapes looked pretty similar, but he's got some more life to it. The IVB numbers a little bit better, but every inch of IVB you get more is going to be positive for your fastball shape. Kevin Gosman, the first time he's punched out 10 on fastballs in his career. The last time he did it was 2023. That was 9 was the most he had for yesterday, but 10 strikeouts all on fastballs. Crazy
Wow.
thing. Like when you showed Kevin Gosman 2023 and you were to tell me in 2 seasons he will have a 10 punch out start all on fastballs, none on splitters. I'd be like, oh, I don't know what happened to his splitter will be the question I ask. And it was a
Yeah.
really good game plan that was executed fantastically. And that was fun to watch. You hated the game. You said it was boring. And when you say the game's boring and it's a good pitcher's duel, that those are the games that I appreciate and I love. Because Tanner Houck's a good pitcher too. That was a great pitching matchup.
Yeah.
And that's how it played out. And people get out early. They try and attack a guy who's been a good starter, and it's a first pitch swinging that's a ground ball. You're like, oh, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's just two good pitchers going at it, and it
Yeah.
was special to watch.
Real good stuff. Really, really good stuff. In terms of the fact that they won that, that's a game they lose because their bullpen sucked last year, right? That's a game they hand over to them.
Yeah. Yes. I would agree that that was a game they end up losing for
And
sure.
Jeff Hoffman was nails, and then Sandman was nails. I'm not gonna get too mad about the Sandman appearance today. That Tristan Cassis at bat really pissed me off with the no strike three call that essentially ended up walking the bases loaded, which happened with the Jimenez error at second. So I'm not gonna discount Nick Sandlin, but Nick Sandlin looked awesome that game. Shut the door in the 11th. No runs after the Bo Bichette sacrifice fly. So this team is humming right now in terms of pitching, right? Which is something that they didn't have last year. But just life as Toronto Blue Jays fans, two things can never be meshing at the same time here. That'll just never happen. 2023, the greatest pitching staff on grass, one of the best bullpens I've ever seen with this team. Sub 3 ERA as a team bullpen, can't hit. 2021, historically the greatest offense in Blue Jays history. Can't make the playoffs because the bullpen's dog shit. You can never have both things. But again, going back to what I said, 8-6, Vladdy, Bo, and Santander have not left the crib. Insane. And Santander has been not
I
great at the plate.
I think he's starting to get it going.
I think the foul ball, you see him pulling the foul balls, hitting them really hard, especially he had a couple today.
Yeah, the foul bomb today. He's hit a couple balls hard. I think he's getting in a better.
Can you confirm for the home run this weekend for Tony Tater's back revenge game?
Oh, he's home. He's going deep.
Oh, I need someone to clip down in case he does. Tony Tater's leaving the crib.
Yeah,
Why
he
not?
he he knows it. Home is where the heart is.
And
He's
he
going
knows the
deep.
pitchers he's facing. I mean, not Friday, albeit it's that Sagano guy or whatever
Yeah,
his
and
name
then
is.
Povich is Saturday. He
Yeah,
doesn't know that well either.
it'd
I
be
think he'll
cool
do
if
it.
he launched.
I
It'd
think
be
tomorrow
cool.
he does it.
You
If
think
I had
tomorrow
if I had to get.
closes the door?
Also, good news. We booked Seattle.
Oh yes, sorry, forgot to mention that. Yeah,
It's all right. I forgot about it too, but we are going to Seattle. I'm very excited. I know people are saying as a response to all the tariff stuff that they're not going to go to Seattle, but if you're going to be there, I hope to see all you guys that are there.
we have
I,
we
I
have
know
a
I wish we would have
cool.
gone the years before, but we just
Yeah,
didn't have enough money.
we got a cool event coming up. Hopefully, we got our sales guy now. That is looking for bars to do maybe like a little pregame thing. And on the Saturday, it works out perfect. Works out perfect on the Saturday because the Jays have a night game that day. Or Avery, you might be looking at that incorrectly.
What?
What time did you say the game was at?
I'm pretty sure they play 6:40 on Sunday
On the Saturday, you
or
mean?
on the Saturday. Yeah.
Are you sure that's not our
No,
time?
I'm pretty sure it's 9:40. It's a night game for sure. I double
Okay.
checked it.
Okay. I was gonna say 'cause we
Let me
could have
do
had a
that
Johnny
again.
situation on you there.
No, they play 9:40 our time,
Okay.
so 6:40
Okay.
there.
So yeah,
Our
hopefully
thoughts are to do a pregame event where we can all gather. Uh,
like no mics and stuff like that, obviously, but just like Blue Jays fans,
meet up.
BC or Vancouver,
Yeah.
type of thing where you kind of just we all just meet at a bar. You guys get to meet us, have some beers with us, get after it, and just enjoy the Jays in Seattle, a team that is not that great. So yeah, we will be there first weekend of May. So book that off the calendar. Tons of stuff happening in Gate 14 land. Tons of stuff. So
Yeah.
stay
So I'll
tuned for
just
that.
run through the schedule we got left. We're at Baltimore this weekend. The month we need to get through at 500. I'll reiterate. At Baltimore for 3. Home against the Braves for 3 starting
Yeah.
Monday. We're getting them at the best time.
And Strider's coming back.
I hope not. I think he's healthy enough to come back. I hope they make him have another rehab start. Then you get the Mariners at home starting next Friday. Then at the Astros, at the Yankees versus the Red Sox at home to end off the month. What a
Missed a gauntlet.
crazy, crazy,
Holy shit.
crazy month. So yeah, got to get through all of that, man.
And just a message for future Blue Jays fans, like if they finish this month 500, this is a massive success in terms of that schedule, dude. That is a gauntlet. So just hope we finish 500. But I guess we can go into this weekend series. Like we always talk about, the Thursday pods are going to be a little bit shorter because we
No one listens to them as much as they listen to the other ones.
exactly because Sunday you listen to it during the work week.
Yeah,
And thank you by the way, 10K on the Shapiro pod. That was awesome.
yeah. On the YouTube was
On
good.
the YouTube. Yeah, not even including the audio. So that was sick. Um, Shout out Ben Nicholson Smith. He tweeted the probables for this weekend, and I'll say it. I think the Jays have the pitching advantage in every single game this
Should.
weekend. Bowden Francis tomorrow. Friday beers with Kevin God. By the way, run it up. We go. Bowden Francis versus Sugano. Is that his name?
Yep.
Sugano.
Yep.
Jose Barrios versus Cade Povich and Easton Lucas versus to be announced. I don't know who they're gonna have that. Do you
Because
know who that is?
Eflin's hurt. No, I don't know who they're gonna
You
throw.
don't know who they're gonna throw? Okay. Let's take 2 or 3.
2 or 3 would be great.
Yeah.
And Gunnar Henderson's back. We saw what they were able to do with the bats on opening weekend, but 2 or 3 would be, again, chef's kiss, perfect.
Especially going into a series against the Braves, where again you could potentially be having Spencer Strider on the mound. So I'm taking 2 or 3, and Avery called it. Santander out of the big three breaks the curse of no home runs, the say no to home runs curse. But speaking about Avery, are you starting to get a little nervous here with the George Springer haircut you're gonna have?
Dude,
The dude is raking.
what did I say again? 110 weighted runs created plus.
110 weighted runs created plus. Avery Chenier will be cutting his hair the George Springer pre-turkey style.
Oh, so that means I'm gonna have you do the haircut, probably. Like that's the
I'm
only.
gonna have to look at a picture. That picture that Maddie posted. Shout out Maddie.
Yes.
Where I said, "Oh my god."
Man, if George Springer runs a 110 weighted runs created plus, he has to be qualified though. Like he has to be a qualified hitter.
He will. He will be.
Yes. I'd love to do the George Springer haircut, and I said I would do the Jim Bowden haircut as well if they made the playoffs. If I have to do both those haircuts,
Why not? It's a great year.
we've had an awesome year, and I have
Yeah.
no problem fucking up my hair to do that for the good of our team.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So Jays take 2 or 3 this weekend. I'll be a happy man. Because then we're talking to you guys. Jays are 10-7 after 17. Halfway point of the month. So I'll take that 10 times out of fucking 10. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
That's for goddamn sure. Anything else, Avery? I mean, we'll be talking to Jeff Hoffman tomorrow before the Friday beers, which I am looking forward to. By the way, the Kevin God thing, he did tweet the eyes emoji, so I'm assuming he's coming on, and he did like my stuff. So we'll see what happens. But massive week 8-14. Blue Jays tweeted out a graphic of us with our tweeting it, and we're the only one that wasn't blurred with the podcast name there. So big week. Stay tuned for Jeff Hoffman Sunday. I am so pumped to talk to this guy. I've heard nothing but good things about this guy and his family. So stay tuned for that. Thank you to FanDuel Canada.
FanDuel Canada. I was going to look up. They don't have the win total right now. I wanted to say what the live one was, but yeah. Shout out to FanDuel Canada. There's going to be a link in the description on the YouTube to sign up at FanDuel Canada if you haven't done that yet. It's just the best place to be betting on baseball. And if you have money in your account, you can watch games on on the app. You can watch MLB games on the app if you have money in your account. So another reason to have FanDuel Canada.
Yeah, and we're in the works of potentially doing like a Gate 14 parlay, like when we're like just if we're streaming one of the days or something like that, like getting a me and Avery's picks for the game so you guys can tail with us. But anyways, yeah. Now we're going. Big week in Gate 14 history, big week in Blue Jays history. Enjoy it. Enjoy the weekend. Let's win a series in Baltimore. Kind of had a little bit of struggles there in the past. So hopefully some of the guys get a hashtag activated in this lineup at the top of the order and start launching baseballs into the seats. So Gate 14 forever. Thank you, FanDuel Canada. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys for Friday beers tomorrow. And then we'll see you guys for the Jeff Hoffman pod on Sunday after a great series, hopefully. So love you guys, man. Wouldn't be possible without you. Gate 14 forever.